Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the very cute Coach Small City Tote right here. This one in particular is the straw finish and it actually came out last year. So at the time, this is actually called the Mini City Tote. However, now it is called the Small City Tote, and they do actually have another smaller size called the Mini. So just be aware of that if you were looking for this particular model or any of the past ones when they still did call it a Mini. I am going to share a little bit about this bag, do a quick overview like I usually do, what fits and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, definitely stick around. Really quick backstory though, this, like I mentioned, came out last year and I instantly was super interested in picking it up. However, I was hoping that it would go on a steeper discount, and so I waited around and then it sold out, and unfortunately it never came back in stock. So the reason why I now have this, even though it is no longer on the website, is I did end up picking this up off of eBay. I was really disappointed because I wanted it so bad, and then I kept my eye open and I felt like everyone was selling it for a lot more than what I would have paid for an outlet. And then this one finally popped up and it was comparable to the price, I think, after everything like shipping, conversion duties, all that sort of thing, because this did come from the USA and I'm in Canada. I think after everything, it came out to about $180 Canadian. So I think at the time it was similar to that price in the Coach outlet for me. So that's a really quick backstory about this particular bag. But with all that said and done, I do have it in my hand now and I'm really excited. So I haven't really used it yet because I feel like this is going to be the perfect bag for the warmer weather, so spring, but especially summertime. The Small City Tote is still available at the outlet. So far as of this filming, I've only seen it in the red leather color, but I have seen it in the past in black and brown leather as well. And I am hopeful that they will release it in new colors this year, perhaps new materials, coated canvas, other patterns, and sort of all that kind of thing. So if you're interested, keep watching. And of course, even if you're interested in past models, they are floating around on the secondhand market. But with that being said, I am going to quickly throw up the dimensions of this particular bag. It is definitely a very small tote, and I think it's a perfect option actually if you are interested in something like the Goyard Mini Anjou. I found that that's been a really popular model, and I'm actually also going to throw up the dimensions of the Mini Anjou, and as you can see, it is literally almost the exact same dimensions as this bag. So everything from the strap drop to the depth of the bag and the height is pretty much the same. The only difference I would say is this one is about an inch, I think, or just a little bit wider. But really all that means is you can carry a little bit more in this bag, in my opinion. And I just think this is such a good piece to consider, especially if you're looking for a little tote like this. So aside from that though, this particular one was, like I mentioned, the straw version. So this has a really nice texture on the outside. It has leather handles though, and it has the gold plaque at the front. On the back, there's nothing, and it doesn't have feet, it just does have the leather base right there. And what I really love about this is also that it is leather lined. So it is actually a slightly darker leather than the trim, but it is all leather lined. And then aside from that, it does have a back pocket, which is in a fabric material. It's zippered and it is attached at the top, but not on the bottom, so you can kind of flip that out. And it does also have a little magnetic closure just at the top, which I think has a pretty good strength to it and is just super easy to close. Obviously, if you overstuff this, you won't be able to close it easily, but if you do leave a little bit of clearance on the top, I find that there's no issue buttoning this tote up. Interestingly enough, on the inside, it also has the logo in metal as well. And I think this is exactly the case for the other leather options. It seems like it's leather lined and leather on the outside, has the exact same sort of setup as well. So super quick overview. Of course, this particular piece came with its usual hang tag. And this one also had its tag here. It was new with tags when I did purchase it. One thing to note, aside from also the name change that I mentioned earlier, so this at the time was called the Mini City Tote and it's now called the Small City Tote. At the same time, it's the exact same dimensions now for the newer models. However, this one has a shorter strap drop. So the newer one, which I wish this had, has actually a slightly longer strap drop, which I think is great. Just gives you a little bit more clearance when you have this bag over your shoulder. If you have a thicker top on, I think that's just such a good improvement to it. So this one is a 7-inch strap drop and the new one apparently is about 8.5 inches. So just ever so slightly, but the longer it is, I think, the better. So I really still love this, but I think with the added length for the strap, it just makes it that much more convenient to use. For me, definitely a good handheld, of course, on my elbow, but it does fit under my shoulder as well. As you can see, this does actually fit really nicely on the shoulder for me as well. I do have a little bit of an issue if I'm wearing too bulky of a top, but I will again likely wear this in the warmer weather, so I don't think I'll run into any issues at that point. So now in terms of what fits, I'm going to share with you all the things that you can fit in this tote, which obviously is a lot. But first off, in the back zip pocket, I find it can actually fit a decent amount of things. For me personally, I definitely go with a small compact wallet like this one right here. This is from Louis Vuitton, and that easily fits into the pocket. So as you can see, it goes right in there and you can still easily zip it closed. So it's super secure, yet it's really easily accessible. It can also, in addition, fit my keys. So I have a car fob and this really compact key holder or key case. So actually, even with the wallet, if I throw it in here, as you can see, it's quite bulky, but it does fit in there and it still does zipper close. So really overall, I think the back pocket can fit a decent amount of things. Personally, I'd probably just stick in my wallet there, but there's that. And then I have all of the rest of the bag to fit things, just for size comparison, because I normally wouldn't carry this with me, but just so you can see, I do have my iPad here with me. This is an old iPad Pro, and I believe it's in the 10.5 inch. I do also have this really thin and narrow felt kind of case right there, and it does fit perfectly in the bag. So that is kind of the maximum width for this bag, but it does fit. In addition, it does fit actually a good size notebook. So this is from the Coach outlet as well. And this cover fits A5 notebooks. So I can actually throw that in with the iPad and there's still lots of room. Narrow, but it does still fit a couple of pieces. In this situation, I'd probably throw in maybe this compact pouch. It has all my essentials like mirror, some dental floss, some medication, lip balm, all of those sorts of things. But I can just shove that in at the front. And in addition, let's say I'd probably throw in even a water bottle. I have this compact Swell bottle that I've had for ages. I don't know what size, it's like this one of the smallest sizes they do have. And that one does fit if you do take out, let's say, the notebook, and then that will fit. It just gets to the top, but it does fit, as you can see. And then I'd probably just throw in, let's say, a couple of more flatter items. So I have like my planner right here. I'll throw that in the middle. And then I have this little tissue holder. I have my little pen case. And then I'd probably throw in my phone. So I have this Samsung S22 and I would just stand it up. And that would probably be great for, let's say, if I was just running to the office or something, or if I was just grabbing this and going to like a cafe to do some work. That would all fit in here. Obviously, like I mentioned, because this is filled to the brim though, you won't be able to utilize the magnetic closure, but it does fit all of that. So that is just kind of more of the maximum that you could probably put in this bag. I probably normally wouldn't carry that much, but I just wanted to demonstrate that for you so you could see kind of the sorts of things you could carry in with it. I will likely otherwise, again, have the compact wallet in the back, but I'd probably go for more of a pouch to carry my things in. So I probably utilize this piece right here. This is the Longchamp pouch with handle. It's this cute orange, and I think it goes really well with this piece. But with this, I'd probably throw in a bunch of other things. So for instance, I'm going to just take out a couple of things. I have some hand cream right here. And then I have the compact tissues as well. Let's throw in this little pouch right here. This has a bunch of lash things in here. So I'm just going to throw that in there too. And I'm also going to throw in my AirPods as well. So I think that is probably pretty good. Oh, and I'll also throw in this little phone charger, and that all easily fits into this pouch. So I'm just going to close that and drop that directly into this bag. So I'll throw that in there. So that easily fits. And then I would also throw in, of course, this pouch. It does have all my other little essentials, so that easily can fit in there. I'm going to throw in my keys as well. And I'm going to reopen that Longchamp pouch and stick it in there just so it's extra secure. Right, and then next I'd probably actually just throw in my phone, and everything is just really compact and easy to get to. As you can see, it has all that stuff in there, and because that isn't touching the top, I can easily button it closed, and I feel like it is just really secure. So that is more so what I would be bringing with me on a day-to-day basis. And as you can see, it just fits really nicely in there. It's definitely weighty, but this bag weighs basically nothing. So that is all purely the weight of the pieces in this bag. But yeah, that is a quick overview about this bag right here. I am very excited to use this in the warmer months. It fits a lot, and I think it's just such a good little bag that can carry a ton of things, great for every day. Quick note, I am planning to use this cute little bag charm to go on this bag. I do actually have a video on my channel if you're interested. This is from Maison de Sabre, but I think it just goes so well with this bag in particular. So as you can see, that's what it looks like. I think it looks so cute. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, but I hope you all have a wonderful day otherwise, and I'll see you in the next video.